cherry blossoms drifting over mountain ridges, bullet trains slicing through coastal valleys, a Pacific sunrise painting the sea gold from your living room window, and a price tag that makes your brain short-circuit? Japan. The country most people assume is too expensive to even visit, let alone own property in. But here's the thing nobody talks about. There are solid, move-in ready homes across this country right now, priced so low that they'd cost you less than a used car in most Western cities. We're talking real listings, real regions, real life. Not ruins, not paperwork disasters, not properties that'll swallow your savings in concrete and regret. I pulled 8 of them, and I saved the strongest for the end. One of the last 2 will genuinely make you question everything you thought you knew about property. The game here isn't just square meters, it's life for this money. Light, air, yard, coast, mountains, access. Let's zoom in. Japan, main islands, and we're going region by region, starting with something almost impossible to believe. First up, Wakayama Prefecture on the Kii Peninsula, where the Pacific isn't a postcard, it's your commute backdrop. Wakayama is a largely forested prefecture south of Osaka, famous for ancient pilgrimage trails, a rugged coastline, and some of the most affordable real estate on Honshu Island. It's the kind of place where the scenery is world-class and the prices haven't caught up yet. And the price? Under 17,000 euros. That's not a typo. Property number 1, a 2-story house in Goboshi, Wakayama, at 16,300 euros, approximately 19,200 US dollars. The exterior is a proper Japanese family home, a 2-story structure on a residential street with that quiet, solid, lived-in quality that tells you someone cared for this place. Inside, you've got a 6DK layout, which means 6 rooms plus a dedicated kitchen space. That's a lot of rooms for what most Western buyers would spend on a parking spot. According to the listing, the building has been reasonably well maintained for its age, with no reported rain leaks or termite damage, which, if you know anything about older Japanese homes, is genuinely the checklist that matters. The rooms are described as spacious enough for a large family. Is it a design magazine? No. Is it a property you can actually move into without tearing anything out? Yes. And the best part is the location. 3-minute walk to the nearest station, supermarkets, and schools within walking distance. This isn't a countryside isolation project. It's a functional family neighborhood at a price that feels like someone made an arithmetic error. Listings like this move fast, so always verify documents and fees. But at this number, it's an extraordinary starting point. And hold on, because the next one changes the entire mood. Same prefecture, completely different world. Still in Wakayama, but now we're heading to Shirahama, a beach town famous in Japan for its white sand and warm water, sitting at the edge of the Kii Peninsula with resort D and A baked in. Shirahama has been a getaway destination for Japanese emperors and city dwellers alike for centuries, with hot spring baths that open directly onto the sea and a laid-back atmosphere that feels nothing like mainland urban Japan. Property number 2, an apartment in Shirahama-cho, Wakayama, at 42,800 euros, approximately 50,600 US dollars. You're on the 10th floor of a 28-story resort condominium. The moment you step inside, according to the listing, your eyes go straight to floor-to-ceiling windows and the ocean beyond. The kind of view that sounds like marketing until you see it and realize, no, it actually looks like that. From the balcony, you can watch schools of fish moving through clear water and the listing notes occasional sea turtle sightings. The interior is described as high quality, custom wallpaper woven with imported beads, an island kitchen, imported furniture coordinated to feel like a luxury resort. It's not a museum, it's real life. Someone was living here, waking up to that ocean every morning for 42,000 euros in a resort building with infrastructure and management already in place. If you're thinking investment rental, short stay, or just a coastal pied-à-terre, This one just became the leader. But don't get too comfortable with that, because next we head north and the value keeps climbing. Quick moment here. Japan's train network makes the concept of remote almost irrelevant. You can be deep in the mountains, surrounded by cedar forest and silence, and still catch a Shinkansen within 40 minutes. That changes how you read every listing in this video. Now we move north of Tokyo to Niigata Prefecture. The Japan seacoast, skiing country, rice country, landscape. That looks like a painting from a Miyazaki film. Niigata faces the Sea of Japan with long winters that dump some of the heaviest snowfall in the world, summers that are lush and green, and a regional identity built around exceptional food, sake, and mountain culture. It's Japan's other side, and most foreigners have never even considered it. Property number 3, a traditional Japanese-style mountain home in Joetsu, Niigata, at 65,000 euros, approximately 76,800 US dollars. This is a 7DK wooden home with a copper roof, built in 1982, spread across 2 floors, totaling over 202 square meters, like that's roughly 2,174 square feet, sitting on a land plot of 608 square meters, which works out to approximately 6,146 square feet. The structure has been updated in stages. The previous owner renovated the bath and toilet. The current owner replaced the basin, installed new AC units, added vinyl flooring in some areas, replaced the water heater, treated for termites, and installed a wood-burning stove chimney. The listing describes some rooms still in original condition but fully livable. So there's character here, not crisis. It comes with a snowblower, which tells you everything about the winters, but also about the practicality of whoever lived here. No major renovations required, described as move-in ready for someone who appreciates the aesthetic of traditional Japanese architecture. And the best part is the range. You're 30 to 35 minutes from ski resorts, a castle, an aquarium, beaches, and 2 major train stations. This isn't a hermit purchase. This is a base camp for 4-season living. The leader just changed. But Niigata isn't the last word. We're heading back south, and this time the temperature and the prestige goes way up. Shizuoka Prefecture, specifically Atami, the coastal hot spring city that's been drawing wealthy Tokyoites as a weekend escape for over a century. Atami clings to steep hillsides above Sagami Bay, roughly an hour from Tokyo by bullet train, with the kind of dramatic topography where every house seems perched on a cliff and the sea is always visible somewhere below you. It's a city that feels like it was designed for a lifestyle, not just a commute. Property number 4, a spacious family house in Nishiyamacho, Atami, at 69,400 euros, approximately 82,000 US dollars. The house is built on a hillside next to a river, and the listing notes that it has natural onsen water, officially registered with the city. You read that right. Hot spring water piped directly to this property, officially certified, 4 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, 6 rooms total, 1.5 baths, and it underwent a full renovation in 2022, which means you're not buying vintage problems. You're buying a modern interior inside a characterful Japanese setting. It's currently used as a vacation home and has been generating rental income when the owners aren't using it. Described as move-in ready with no major work required. 2 parking spaces. In Atami, a city with MOA Museum of Art, plum gardens, its own beach, and bullet train access to Tokyo in under an hour for 69,000 euros. The onsen and water alone would cost a fortune to drill anywhere else. If you're thinking of this as a lifestyle investment, this is the one that earns its keep. But don't close the tab, because the next one has a Pacific view that stops conversation. Back to Wakayama one more time, this time to Inami-cho, a quiet coastal community on the Kii Peninsula's southern edge, where the Pacific stretches out unbroken to the horizon, and the pace of life is about as unhurried as it gets in Japan. Property number 5, a house with a view in Inami-cho, Wakayama-ken, at 73,200 200 euros, approximately 86,500 US dollars. The construction is heavy steel frame, not the lightweight timber you might expect at this price, with exterior ALC paneling, electric shutters, and a double-height vaulted ceiling that opens the interior up dramatically. There's a 10 tatami loft space above the main level. The view is Pacific Ocean, unobstructed, and this is the detail that sticks. The listing describes a sea view from the bathroom. Not the living room, the bathroom. It's located in a managed villa complex called Kinno Sato, with an on-site manager, a pool, and tennis courts on site. You're not buying a lone house on a hill that you're entirely responsible for. You're buying into a community with shared facilities. Solid property, described as move-in ready, with infrastructure already around you, and the best part is that sea view from the soaking tub. That's a feature people pay hundreds of thousands for in other countries. Here it's in the sub 80,000 bracket. Now the geography shifts again, and this one's for a completely different type of buyer. We're going inland to Nagano Prefecture. Think Winter Olympics, apple orchards, Japanese Alps, and a lifestyle pace that makes your nervous system exhale. Nagano is landlocked in the heart of Honshu, surrounded by mountain ranges exceeding 3,000 meters with air so clean and skies so clear that it regularly tops quality of life surveys in Japan, and property prices that still haven't caught up with the view. Property number 6, a holiday house in Tomita, Nagano at 97,600 euros, approximately 115,300 US dollars. The listing describes a 5 LDK mountain retreat set in Izuna Highland, 40 minutes by car from Nagano Station. The land is over 1,021 square meters. That's more than 10,989 square feet. The floor area is nearly 149 square meters, or approximately 1,604 square feet, with 4 bedrooms plus a basement accessible from inside and outside. It's equipped with a fireplace, a wood-burning stove, and gas panel heaters. This property was built to be warm. The current owner added a large wooden deck and a terrace within the last 2 years. The roof is sloped specifically to shed snow without intervention. The listing frames it as a 4-season retreat, ski slopes in winter, golf, and hiking in summer. Described as move-in ready, with no major renovations required, and given the upgrades already in place, you can believe it. This one is for whoever wants to work remotely from somewhere that doesn't look real on a video call. Subscribe if you want more finds like this. The next region we're covering is even more surprising. But don't go yet, because the next 2 properties are where this video earns its title. Atami reappears, and if you thought you understood what this city offers, this next one resets the bar entirely. The hillside villa district near Atami Station is one of those addresses that carries real weight in Japan. Elevated above the noise, with mountain ridges on one side and the sea catching light on the other, it's the kind of neighborhood where accomplished people built second homes because nowhere else offered that combination of nature and proximity to Tokyo. Property number 7, a house in Kamitaga, Atami, at 151,800 euros, approximately 179,400 US dollars. It's a villa on a hill in a villa district near Atami Station, and the setting is extraordinary. The listing describes an unobstructed view of a mountain ridge from the windows, with a view of the sea at a gyro visible from an observatory space that the previous owner specifically built for that purpose. In the mornings, you can see mountains wrapped in fog. The prestige detail, and this is the one that does something to the imagination. The listing notes that Sugako Hashida, author of Ocean and one of the most celebrated television writers in Japanese history, used to live 400 meters away in the same villa area. That's not a quirky footnote, that's cultural provenance. This is a villa district where accomplished, discerning people chose to live. You're buying into that address, that view, that atmosphere, for 151,000 euros. The listing describes it as a property you can actually move into. It's not a museum, it's real life. But it has the kind of setting that makes every morning feel like a scene. Prices are as selected at the time of this roundup. So move quickly if this one speaks to you. Now, the last one. I told you I saved the strongest for the end, and I meant it. Everything before this was a warm-up. Back to Nagano, this time deep in the south of the prefecture, Ida City, a place most international buyers have never heard of. Set between two separate alpine ranges, and known for samurai-era architecture, extraordinarily pure spring water, and the kind of deep rural Japan that feels completely untouched. Property number 8, a traditional Japanese homestead in Tatsue, Ida City, Nagano, at 189,800 euros, approximately 224,200 US dollars. The total land area is over 26,011 square meters. That's more than 279,940 square feet of forests, fields, residential land, and wilderness combined. The main residence is 256 square meters, roughly 2,756 square feet, of Sukiya-style architecture, constructed entirely from hinoki cypress, described as designed for a 100-year lifespan. The entrance features an 8-meter-tall keyaki pillar. The interior has 7 rooms across 2 floors, all traditional washitsu, with a fully barrier-free layout on the ground floor, double-glazed windows throughout, a fireplace, an American-made wood stove, and a modern, fully equipped kitchen. There's a well supplied by natural mountain spring water that the listing says guests specifically love. And there's already a functioning hospitality business on the property, guest house style accommodation generating income. Additional structures include an indoor garage for 2 cars with an automated shutter, outdoor parking for 8 vehicles, an office, a BBQ house, and a solar power system. The listing notes that the future Chuo Linear Shinkansen, a maglev line, is planned to stop in Ida City, connecting the region to Tokyo in under 40 minutes. That's not a completed project, so do your own research on the timeline, but it's in the plans. For under 200,000 euros, you're looking at a historic estate, a hospitality business, a Japanese garden, forests, fields, mountain spring water, and a possible maglev connection. This one breaks expectations. So the question I'll leave you with, if you had to pick one and actually move in next year, mountain Japan or coastal Japan, drop it in the comments, because I genuinely want to know. And if you want the next country, the next region, the next batch of finds that make this list look expensive, subscribe, because that video is already coming.